Welcome back to Rob Schmitt Tonight, and it's time now for news from the left. First up, transgender swimmer Lia Thomas, she's a household name now, has been nominated, or actually, I think, nominated for NCAA's Woman of the Year. Woman of the Year. Been a lot of outrage, of course, to something like that. You know, a 6'1" woman with an Adam's apple. Riley Gaines is a former swimmer at the University of Kentucky who was robbed of a first-place title at the 200-yard freestyle NCAA championships earlier this year by Lia Thomas. Gaines tweeting out, being the real girl in that photo, and also University of Kentucky's nominee for NCAA Woman of the Year. This is yet another slap in the face to women. First, a female national title, and now nominated for the Pinnacle Award in collegiate athletics. The NCAA has made this award worthless. Very well said. And you know what? Good on her for having the guts to say what everybody's thinking, but nobody has the guts to say. Because that's what's really going on here, right? Everybody's thinking the same thing, but you know that if you put it out there on Twitter, you're just going to get excoriated for it. And good on tennis legend Martina Navratilova, who I think has been rather liberal in most of her other regards. But on this one, she said, you know what, I've had enough. Even a lot of these really liberal people are saying, I can't stomach this. Not enough fabulous biological women athletes, NCAA. What is wrong with you? Well, we know what's wrong with them. They're all, it's the woke Olympics. Let's see how ridiculous we can make this country. Everybody trying to one-up each other until we're just sitting in a miserable collection of nothing, which is basically what we are now. Next up, get ready to send your kids to Antifa summer camp in Portland, Oregon. That's right. Daily Citizen reporting, Budding Roses Summer Camp is a free 2-week program in Portland where 4th through 8th graders can explore social justice issues, youth leadership, activists, arts activists, games, and more. Arts activists. On their website, they list their Budding Roses protest and chant book for the kiddos to sing along to. A few songs include the Black National Anthem and All You Fascist Bound to Lose for 4th graders. There's also an immigrant rights chant as well because, you know, the border's open. We got to do that now. And when your kids come back home from summer camp in the fall, they'll be ripe and ready to burn your entire neighborhood down in the name of equity, which is what you want if you live in Portland. By the way, I know we have viewers in Portland, Oregon. I can't apologize enough for what has happened to your city. Next up, we know that even added together, the ladies of The View would struggle to hit a triple-digit IQ. We know that. I just want to clarify that going in. Today took the cake, though. Whoopi could not even dream up a comment on her own on Biden's trip to Saudi Arabia, and it also makes me wonder about a lot of the show. The producers literally wrote up commentary for Whoopi to read here, which was bizarre enough in itself. Like, she couldn't just come up with this herself. She reads it off a piece of paper as if it's her own opinion. And she compares the Saudis' record on human rights to many states in the United States right now. Take a listen.
I just wanted to read something someone handed me, which was, unfortunately, sometimes you have to make decisions. That was me. I did just say that. He didn't have to go to Saudi Arabia, however, to find a country that's violating human rights or a country that's opposing women, because plenty of states that we live in are doing the same thing.
The Saudis actually murder people that criticize their government. That was the Khashoggi thing, and they do that all the time. Khashoggi was just a big Western name. He was a Washington Post reporter. They punish homosexuality over there by flogging and imprisonment. And women in Saudi Arabia have only been able to drive since 2018. So, you know, it's exactly like Ohio, basically, according to Whoopi. And you know she's smart because she's on TV. Moving along, another woke stain on this country's beautiful history. The Post reporting that founding father James Madison has been sidelined by woke history in his own home. Interesting story there. No American flags apparently are flying at Montpelier, Madison's plantation home in rural Virginia. Not a single display focuses on the life and accomplishments of America's foremost political philosopher. Nothing about what he did and who he was. They took his house and they turned it into a museum that focuses solely on race and slavery. Instead of learning what it took to create the greatest nation that the world would ever know, they took this beautiful estate in Virginia and turned it into a lecture about the atrocities committed by people hundreds of years ago, like slavery, which of course is an atrocity, but of course in this country is something that woke liberals hope to pretend that you'll think only happened in the United States. You know, something like that happened in the entire world. Everywhere you went, the whole world did this. We're the only ones that just sit here and want to commit suicide over it every single day, though. Moving on, an update on one of my favorite stories, the killer who gamed the system to go to a women's prison. This guy right here, and then ended up knocking up 2 female inmates in the women's prison, has finally been transferred out. This guy pulled the ultimate con job. 27-year-old Demi Minor is serving a 30-year sentence for manslaughter and has been transferred now to Garden State Youth Correctional Facility, which is a prison for young adult offenders. Minor identifies as a woman, which is exactly what anybody's going to do now when they're charged with a crime as a man. I mean, it's a free-for-all. You want to go to the women's prison, it's going to be awesome. Now, Demi Minor still has the male equipment, of course, because she's not really a woman. So they finally had to pry her out of the women's prison after she knocked up 2 female inmates. It's just freaking hilarious. And for some reason now they're going to move Demi Minor to a prison for male juveniles. So, you know, we'll figure it out.